How lengthy have you ever recognized Diddy? I've regarded him for 5 years. He had stuck me texting every other guy we turned into in Miami. And it got actually loopy. That time he driven me, and I fell to the floor. And he started punching me like this. You'll word you shake whilst you talk approximately this. It makes you fearful a touch bit. I do not know it simply hurts Diddy, is someone who is usually inside the news regularly, for all the incorrect motives. And this time he's in deep, deep hassle. And he knows it. The man actually lost it after one in every of his exes suggested him for sexual and bodily abuse. And my God, are the allegations annoying. He had stuck me texting another man who changed into in Miami. And it were given truly loopy that time Gina Hynact of Virginia B has made a few surprising accusations against the terrible boy rapper, claiming that he changed into bodily abusive towards her all through their courting, and even paid her to have not received, however, 2 abortions. We turned into upstairs, and he had ruined his cousin. He driven me. And I fell to the ground in an interview with YouTuber Tasha K. Virginia B unfolded about the abuse she allegedly continued at the arms of Diddy, revealing that he became mentally, emotionally, and bodily abusing me. He might continually examine me to Cassie and tell me that I'm the bad one. She's an awesome one. However, that is not all. Virginia B distinct one particularly harrowing incident in which did he allegedly assaulted her. He took considered one of my heels and tried to throw it at me. He mushed my face honestly hard and made my nostril bleed. She shared, and get this, reputedly the best person who ever helped her throughout these fights was Diddy's longtime buddy and associate Drock. Everyone else just regarded the alternative way. The information are terrifying. And he started out punching me like this. He prevented my face. However, he commenced punching me on the aspect of my head. And I became similar to protecting my face. If it is now not enough to make your jaw drop, Virginia B also claimed that Diddy paid her to have abortions all through their time together. The first time changed into October 2014. Properly I informed him, and he changed into you're getting an abortion, right? Then he supplied me 50,000 greenbacks to get rid of it. However, I turned it down due to the fact I just loved him, she found out. And as though all of that wasn't sufficient, Virginia B additionally dropped some bombshells about Diddy's non-public life. And if it is no longer enough to surprise you, she also claimed that Diddy once stomped on her belly all through an alleged bodily combat. Even Gene Deal corroborated those claims. He used to be a female beater. You recognize. Talk about that. __. Speak about how you could beat Misa. Ass motive you concept. She changed into taking that. __. From EP&D Fanatics instantly took to Twitter to talk about how elaborate this all sounds. Seeing it now, I'd unwind with Tasha. Simply interviewed some other considered one of his honeys, Virginia Beach, and she spilled lots of tea on YouTube last night. A 3-component interview. Diddy is sincerely not marriage cloth. He needs to live single. But any other user pointed out how this appears to be a ordinary subject. Black newshounds on YouTube have been interviewing the victims of Diddy's grooming and different crimes for a while now. Tasha K's interview with Virginia B stands out, and certainly this wouldn't be the primary time that Diddy has been accused of something, without a doubt crazy with the aid of women. Cindy Rudith, the previous chef of Scene Coms, filed a complaint against the rapper alleging sexual harassment, defamation, retaliation, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, amongst other claims. In line with the grievance filed in Lehigh County Superior Court, Ruda claimed she changed into framed for robbery and terminated after complaining about sexual harassment and not being paid for time beyond regulation. Brutus stated she started out running for cones in 2015 and become frequently requested to work from 9 a.m. to middle of the night or later without being paid over the years. Moreover, she claimed that she changed into often asked to serve meals to Combs and his buddies without delay following sexual activity. The former chef accused Combs of making inappropriate advances toward her, even as she began working, such as asking her if she favored his body and serving him a post-coital meal at the same time, as he turned into making one, and all his friends allegedly came into the kitchen bare and asked her to recognize his genitals. Ruta states that she complained about her operating conditions to Cole's estate director Stacy Buddy. But in preference to addressing the problems, she became installation to be accused of robbery, and in the long run terminated. She claimed that Iris Cohn's executive housekeeper salvaged discarded items in the residence, and provided Ruda and I that she located inside the trash. Rooney took the watch, but later again, whilst she became accused of theft, rooted and sought damages for unpaid wages and time beyond regulation, in addition to punitive damages and an injunction to save you Destiny personnel from being inaccurately categorized as exempt. In reaction to the criticism of Purple for Combs, brushed off the allegations, calling them a frivolous lawsuit by using a disgruntled ex-worker who turned into fire for a purpose. Apparently enough court documents obtained via Daily Mail discovered that Diddy demanded the case be sent to arbitration, as Fruta had previously signed files stating that any controversies, claims, or disputes bobbing up throughout her time as Diddy's non-public chef would be concerned to arbitration, and not a court listening to via shifting the case into arbitration. A personal court proceeding could decide the final results in preference to a public hearing. That he's moved to pressure the case into arbitration showed his aim to preserve the case from turning into a public spectacle. Why extra exciting and possibly damning for Diddy become the way this situation ended. At the time, Fruta's lawyer Crystal Cabra argued that the language of the document changed into unfairly skewed in desire of Diddy because the organization but White rejected the argument. But later the legal professionals concerned in the case discovered to the choose that it were resolved and settled. No information about the phrases ever sincerely went public. Then there is additionally the reality that he turned into sued for raid back in 2011. Diddy became sued for a mind-blowing amount of $1 trillion USD in a lawsuit filed through a New York woman named Valerie Joyce Wilson. Turks accused Diddy of date rape and being answerable for the 9/11 attack that triggered the disintegrate of the World Trade Center, along with his ex-girlfriend Kim Porter and LAPD brutality sufferer Rodney King. Consistent with the internet site Turks sought a restraining order against Diddy, claiming he subjected her to abuse, considering that 2001. Together with her statements riddled with spelling and punctuation errors, she alleged that she dated Diddy and they have a son together named Cornelius Wilson, who is 23 years vintage. In her announcement, she said that he went through Kim Porter and Robbie King, and now not down the WDC, after which all of them got here and knocked my children down, set me up to be on disability,